everyone. Happy Saturday, or whenever you're watching this, whatever day it is. Okay, stay all the way to the end. There's a little PSA at the beginning, but stay all the way to the end, because of what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a deep dive in if they're going to indict Trump before the midterms or after. Now, I'll tell you my feeling on that later, but this is, first I want to spend some real true gratitude for those who watched my last video and said some wonderful things and understood what was going on and really saw the message. That was really a great message. I had no idea that that message was going to come through for him at the end, and that was incredible. If you are watching this and haven't watched the last video, please go do so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also in that video, I did a little I guess advertisement or whatever it was in that video. Now, let me take a deep breath, because I think you guys need to know something. I need to explain it, I guess, a little more. From the at least, I think, 30 people who unsubscribed to me and then the nasty emails that came through, I think maybe you need an explanation. I'm not going to read the email or anything like that or call anybody out. I understand that this is a fear of yours, that I am going to become too big for my pants or too commercialized, or I don't know, whatever it is. But I got nothing from that thing other than a free bouquet of flowers. I get hit up a lot, and a lot of creators do. They get hit up with emails after emails after emails. Well, I want to collaborate with you. Would you advertise my thing on your YouTube? I mean, we're the perfect platform for advertisers, right? They love that we have a certain base and that we are able to get their product out there more efficiently than the commercial. So anyways, I go through them, nah. Some of them are ridiculous. Like, my YouTube subscribers are not going to be interested in a video game, and stuff like that. And I just pass by them. So, and a lot of creators, what they do is they do a whole video which is sponsored by that company, which you would put in that advertisement in there, and that's sponsored of that thing. So that what they do is they pay every time somebody watches your video, and they get a certain amount of money. I have no idea, I've never done that. A certain amount of money for how many views you get, and of course they get a little money extra if somebody buys something off of your video. Okay, so then there's that. So me, I'm not really interested in all of that, because that sounds ridiculous. But I did want to give my subscribers something, right? Because I watch all these other creators, and when I say partner is that they send me a free bouquet of flowers, and that I can get a discount code for my subscribers. I get no compensation from that little discount code. It is literally for you to save some money in hard times, and also help a company out of New York that started pre-pandemic, and just help a small company get back on their feet. That was it. And I think I miss the mark sometimes when I don't explain what happened or what goes on. So when you're watching other creators, just know when they say partnership, they're not getting extra money for that. When they say sponsored, then they're getting extra money for that video and things like that. And I put too much of the commercial in there. I'm an overachiever, and I really wanted to see if I could do like a commercial like those other big creators do. I thought that was, that was kind of cool. So that's why I did it. It was to challenge me to see if I could actually do like a commercial that made sense, and also to give you a discount And that was it. I guess for some of my subscribers, I just went out of my boundaries. It didn't make sense to them. And I'm thinking maybe an explanation as to what happened maybe would help. So enough of that. Now let's get in to see if Trump is going to be indicted before the midterms. And for subscribers who have to go, if you have to go, you have to go. I'm okay with that. I only want the subscribers that are going to be here that understand and want to be on this journey with me. Those are the ones I want. So anyhow, I'll be right back and or light some sage or light some incense to, get the smell going on in here. And yeah, we'll get to if Trump is going to be indicted. Is the FBI planning on indicting Trump? Is the FBI, DOJ, planning on indicting Trump? Message of business. Clever, skilled, and manipulative. I got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is that intelligent young youth. They can use their powers for good or they can use their powers for bad. They can also use their powers for spying, manipulation. So I got the Page of Swords. So that kind of tells me that there's somebody in there watching him. Like there's somebody somewhere watching him. He's under surveillance. I also got the Lovers. Dilemma. The dilemma. Chariot. He's in trouble. Trouble, conflict, the dilemma, but he's in trouble. The Chariot. And wanting to move forward. This is the DOJ. They want to move forward with this. We also have the Page of Cups. It's almost kind of like I have the Page of Swords and now the Page of Cups. So now it's kind of telling me that they have a little bit more to go before they can do this. They have a whole bunch of stuff, but they still have, like, they are not done. They're almost done, but they're not done yet. Because of the Page of Cups is that creative beginning. Justice. Going into the whole question, the whole thing is justice. They're going to hold him accountable. Justice is going to prevail. But, hold him accountable, the accountability of it. So going forward, again, success. So with justice in coming in, and this going forward is success. So justice successfully. That's the reason why the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups has shown up, because the success, they have to make sure that they are on point before they move forward. Then the Fool, the new beginning. Taking a leap of faith. I think they are. They're going to take that leap of faith to go just to get it done. The Four of Cups is contemplation. They are still so now I have the Four of Cups. Now what you want to see when you ask if they're going to indict, because they have that disconnect, that reassessment. They do know putting this country in an unrest state of mind is a powerful and responsible or irresponsible thing to do. So they know this is outside influences. This is the people on the outside telling them and telling them what's going on, giving them statistics, giving them the talking points, giving them the conversations that everybody's having about, you know, you do something to our Trump and we will make you pay. You know, that kind of people, like Lindsey Graham. Ridiculous. If you hear things, it's just my grandson. He's home for the weekend, so just pitter patters. So I have the Eight of Cups. They're seeking a deeper meaning. This is walking away, not doing things. This is another card that I don't want to see. But this is also, you know, finding deeper meaning in what their choices are. Final, the Knight of Cups. The declaration of the love of our country. The Knight of Cups is that romantic, that guy that says, no, we can do this. We have to show the love of our country. We have to save our country. So even though, I'll put 13 and 14, the Page of Pentacles, good news, messages, and then the Two of Cups, the attraction, the loving reunion. So I think with these right here, the fact that the indictment is important. I don't know why that just lit up right now. The heck was that? Is important. It's still in its infancy, but I do want to check and see if they're going to be able to indict him before. So I do get a yes. That is their plan. That is their ultimate goal. They just have a lot of red tape to get through still. So, and I, you know, apparently with all this stuff that's going on, all of these things are going pretty fast. So, you know, next week could be something different and they could have gotten further into their investigation. So let me see if, hang on, let me get my situationals out. Let me do that. See what situationals can do. Of course they think about not doing it and not putting this country in turmoil. That's their responsibility to think about that. But they also know that not doing it could also realization, awareness, finding out, coming realizations. Hamster wheel, the daily hustle, that's the investigation again. Finding things out. Plugged, turned in, internet connected with their investigation. And tragedy. Well, there's, you know, a journal, writing about it, making sure all of this history is written down. And then we have intervention, rescue others, intervention. Now, intervention is the, like, indictment, intervention into that. So that's important. Let me see what these guys got. My a card of diplomacy, a card of reward, and this one here is a card of substance. The basket is full. So when they do go for him, and I think they will, I really do. I think that's their goal. When they do go for him, it's gonna be big and it's gonna be huge, and he's not gonna be able to wiggle out of it. They have to get it right. So there's that. Now here's one thing I want to find out if the indictments are going to come before the midterms. Because there's rumors out there that they're not going to do it because, we're so close to an election, blah, 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 blah. But he's a risk to our country. Who knows how much of that stuff has gotten out, and now that the whole world knows how to poke at the United States and how to get in. Who knows? Because of this man, we jeopardized everything. He was no president. He was no president for the United States. Okay. I just didn't realize how true it was when I spoke up from the get-go, was that Trump is going to sell us to the highest bidder. Sometimes I say things just to be funny, but I didn't realize how serious and how true those words really were going to be. All right. Will he be indicted before the midterms? Because we still have September, October, we still have a lot of time. All right. But then again, it did take about 1.5 years for them to even go get the documents. Okay, lovers is upside down, so I'm going to go with that, which is imbalance, misleading the values. The Four of Swords, recovery, meditation, and ending. Well, I got the Lovers. So this is interesting unto itself when they got the Lovers. They are really trying to, and this is gonna be a visual for you. They're trying to wean the Trump supporters off of Trump. That's what they're trying to do. This country, the DOJ, the Biden administration is really just one blow after another. I remember doing a remote view. It's probably about 1 year ago. You remember that? Where Trump was like a piñata and all of his Trump supporters were slicing at him with swords. They were slicing at him. This is coming true. That whole vision is coming true. Where the disconnect, the Lovers, they're trying to wean him, the Trump supporters, off of Trump. And they are now turning on him. If you notice in any of your Facebooks or whatever, any social media that you're reading, now the Trump supporters are not really defending him as much as they used to. What they're saying is they're both lying. Both sides are lying. So this is now their new talking points. Those are the ones that are not going to vote again. Are the ones that are saying both sides are lying. So they're trying to wean the Trump supporters off of Trump. Now this one right here with the Four of Swords, timeout. This could be the indictment because the next card is death, ending, transition, the new beginning. So it's a hard sell, but I don't think that the DOJ care less about the midterms. This kind of gives me an indication we will do it when we're ready to do it. They're not afraid, no fear or favor on that. So let me get let me throw 3 situationals and see if that. So I think that they don't care about the when their investigation is done, that's what they're going to take. That's when they're going to take action. And the midterms are irrelevant to them. If it happens before that, it happens before that. If it happens after that, they don't care. Happens during, they don't care. Situationals with the lover, current status available with the lovers, and then searching online looking for information. And then the third one is pressure cooker. Pressure cooker. It's going to blow. Pressure cooker. And then these, and then I have some fun cards. I don't know if I put too much weight on the other cards, but they're fun. We can see what they can do. All right, what are this one here? It says card of substance again, getting all the information done and ready. Card of compromise. And then the card of privilege. That means the DOJ, the card of privilege. We can do whatever we want, really. I mean, the card of privilege. We whatever you guys are doing out there with the midterms and elections, we don't care. We are going forth with our stuff, and we'll do it when we're ready. So that's good news. Now here are these. Now these are called timing oracles. These are really fun. Now the timing oracles have each one of the months on there. You see where it says May, June, July. You know how we are. I'm going to shuffle these while I talk. You know how we are about the timing and the framing. I was just kind of curious what I would pull out of it for the time frame for the indictment. So let's see. Let me just shuffle. What month will Trump be indicted? What month will Trump, the DOJ, indict Trump? I do believe it's coming. Okay, are you ready? Let's see. Let's see what it says. Okay, you see that? Okay, ready? This one. What does it say? September. Huh. Now, if anybody's been watching my thing, I've been telling people that there's something's going to happen in September. I was thinking more like Putin than maybe Trump. September it is. All right, everyone. Take a deep breath, have a great weekend, and stay safe. Thanks.
There are some weird things about dyslexia that you might not know. Number one, it has everything to do with executive functioning and working memory. This is very similar to ADHD, and it's not because they often occur together. Dyslexia alone has the same kind of issues. Both of those are neurological in origin, meaning having dyslexia places you in that category of neurodivergent. It's a fun place to be. Number two is that it's definitely not just limited to reading and writing. Reading and writing are just two parts of language processing. Dyslexia is also evident in speech. A couple ways it shows up in my dyslexia are the failure to recognize common word associations, what is called a rapid naming deficit, which is the failure to name everyday objects quickly. And again, a very similar issue to working memory is that we have a built-in forgetter. Most conditions that are categorized as neurological in origin do have similar working memory capacity deficits. And lastly, dyslexia is also a spectrum. It's not just mild to severe. There are different branches and different types of dyslexia.